Hey everyone, it's James. It's June 10th, about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin, BTC, USD on the Bitfinex exchange. This video is not investment advice. It's done for educational purposes only. So if you've been following along, you know that we had an uptrend line that Bitcoin was sticking to. It was sitting right at about the 7,000 level, which is where I had it marked. Let me just draw this little line out right here. That's where it was marked out. I said if price violated that line and broke to the downside, we would head to about 6,400. That's exactly where we're heading to now to try to find support. So this is major support here. And then after that, we have minor support sitting at 6,000. So what I think has happened here is that we're obviously forming a series of smaller runs, right? Meaning that less and less people are coming to participate in this market. You don't say. We've had a significant drop in volume. The only big influx in volume we had was during this $1,200 bar, which was obvious blatant manipulation of price, right? You can see that now clear as day, because not only do you have this clear manipulation, but you also had this clear manipulation. You had manipulation within manipulation, manipulation inception as well, multiple times. But we can see what happens. You get a big bar, you get a whale, multiple whales. They call their friends, and they're like, hey, you want to make a buy, and everyone puts in a few orders, makes price run up. All the little guppies go crazy. They chase price. CNBC gets on there, and they're like, oh, this is the best thing in the world. Put all your savings into here. Put everything. Sell your house. Blah, blah, blah. Put it in there. It's going to go to the moon. You got John McAfee on his unicorn talking about aliens coming down. Price is going to 20 million by next month. And, the insanity begins every single time. And I think people are not only becoming financially tapped out from this market, but they're becoming mentally tapped out from this market due to this continuous abuse, and it's a very abusive relationship that Bitcoin has with its, smaller traders because of the blatant manipulation in price. And you don't need me to tell you that. The Department of Justice is obviously doing their own thing, trying to do an investigation, which I'm sure is just spinning the wheels and doing absolutely nothing. And it probably will not come up with anything whatsoever, because anybody who does have money will escape it easily. Now their minions might go and serve some time or fines or anything like that, but that's besides the point. That's kind of further down the rabbit hole. But the thing is, though, is that since that investigation is occurring, it might put a hamper on the manipulation of price. And the reason why I say that, let me just kind of zoom in on here real quick, right? Let's kind of put on our tinfoil hats for a little bit. We have a nice pop in price. Bar, run, multi-wave move, correction, pop, and a drop. So Bitcoin popped it and it lost it. And that is exactly what has occurred here. What? That's exactly what occurred here. What? This one didn't even get the reaction. It just toppled right over. Look at this one. Whoa, the reaction. A fake out. Oh, wow. Look at that. Bam. Hammered again. So we've seen this same exact pattern occur time and time again in Bitcoin. It's like the habitual abuse that everyone longs for, okay? And I say long because you're literally taking a long position. So anyways, that's just a little joke. But so the point is that price is continuing downward. If we take out 6,400, it's down to the minor support of 6,000. 6,000 is not good. There's also something else playing out here. Now, I'm not a big pattern trader. I use lines to visually tell me where price is going to go. I use those lines to try to find bottoms and entries and so forth based on probabilities, and that's how I do my trading. What I do see on this chart that might come into a self-fulfilling prophecy is we do have an inverse cup and handle, right? So we got a nice little teacup of some cryptocurrency, and it's apparently going to spill out to the downside. So what that lines up with, I'm not a pattern trader, okay? If there are big traders in the market and they know that other people are going to be looking for that pattern, they're going to abuse the hell out of them every single time. It happens in every single market. Cryptocurrency is not going to be any different. The thing is, though, is if we break below 6,400, 6,000 gets taken out, and guess what? We're going to come down to about the mid 5,000 range, somewhere in here, because this is not support. This is like us hoping. This is us like putting our hands together, crossing our fingers, crossing our toes, crossing our legs, crossing our arms, and hoping that the big buyer or multiple big buyers step up to the plate yet once again, right? This is given that 6,400 has to be violated and broken. So if we break that and we go down to 6,000, everybody's going to be like, you know, doing every single prayer they can possibly do. That price stops there if you're long, right? If you're short, you're going to be giggling all the way down like the Joker. But so next support level would be in the mid 5,000 range. And if that area does not hold, then obviously we go further down, but that's complete fantasy land. Anywhere below here is going to be pure fantasy. So I don't want to get people freaked out, like price is going to go down, this is the end of market or anything like that. But I did say that if we broke that uptrend line, price is going to continue downward. That's exactly what we're doing, right? What this also shows us is that even if we do find support at 6,400, then we are moving horizontally. If we're moving horizontally, we are at a point of indecision, meaning there is literally a 50-50 probability on which way price is going to go. Now, as we move horizontally, there will be other cues to kind of tell us which way price is going to move, like the same way we kind of had cues during this little bottom down here. But the thing is that overall, on a bigger perspective, talking about like since this February area right here, we're talking about like the aftermath of the bubble, that we will have a larger base to operate in, which means there's definitely going to be some volatility and some rough time ahead. So one thing I've been saying in all my videos to everybody, and I know everybody, like I'm sure there's at least half the people out there do not believe me when I say this market needs time. This market is going to take a lot of time, longer than my videos, right? To produce another leg up. And even possibly another leg down if we're going to go down. But the point is that we are moving to this horizontal plane right here. And as we do that, it's a point of indecision. Buyers and sellers do not know what to do. The selling pressure is equal. And we just kind of hover around and oscillate within a range. And yes, there's going to be runs and there's going to be little sell-offs. But overall, we'll be contained within basically a rectangle formation like I had drawn out here until we busted down below that zone. So those are the price points, but what I see is that even if we do get a pop, even if we do get support, okay, and I talked about this in my prior videos as well, that I highly doubt anytime soon, meaning in the next few months or even by the end of the year, I do not think we're going to break above 9,990. I've been saying that it was going to be a long time before we get back up there because you can see this visually that the runs are becoming less and less sustained. That's why we're seeing them topple over very quickly, but they're also being elongated and stretched horizontally, okay? Showing that it's going to require more time for price to make its move. Yes, there's going to be volatility. Yes, there will be whips. Yes, there will be small runs that are more than likely going to be quickly sold off. But as of now, price does not look good. Litecoin has also broken this February low. So more than likely, we still have more downside across the board in this market. There's going to be whips back and forth, but I definitely am anticipating more downside price movement in this market until we can form out that base and try to find some support at one of these levels that I described. So about 6,400, 6,000, and possibly the mid fives if 6,400 gets broken and then 6,000. Obviously, we'll stair step down like so. But that's pretty much it for tonight. So I laid everything out as best as I could. I tried to lay it out as simplistic as I possibly could. There's nothing that looks good. We can clearly see the selling pressure. That's why I have those lines. All the lines are pointing down now. The uptrend line is now gone. It's been violated, so showing that the sellers are in control of this market. When sellers are in control of the market, if you're not short, you better be patient. Otherwise, you're going to try to catch a falling knife and more than likely end up with no hands. So I thank everybody for their time. I thank everybody for their support. I will produce another video tomorrow evening. If you do like the video, you do like the content, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, depending on what social media platform you're on. If you've not joined the Slack channel, I do have a free Slack channel that's cryptocurrency oriented. There's over almost 350 members in there, people from all over the world. Everyone's extremely friendly and helpful. It's just a nice environment to be a part of if you're looking to join a group of people and be part of a community that's obviously interested in the same thing. And you can find the link to that at my site, geometriccharts.com. At the bottom, there's the link to my social media accounts and to my Slack channel as well too. And also I do have a subscription service if you're looking for investment advice, in particular like entries, exits, so forth. I do cover Bitcoin and various other cryptocurrencies, stocks, commodities, and Forex. And I provide my subscribers multiple videos a day, morning and night, as well as analysis throughout the day, depending on what's happening. And then they also are able to ask me questions, and I'll provide feedback as quick as I possibly can for everybody in there. And it's also a very nice group. This has been a true blessing for me. I thank everybody, for their time and support. I know some of my videos can be or sound like I'm being condescending in a way, but it's not that. It's just me being me joke. I have a very dry sense of humor, so it's not that I ever try to talk down to people. The only thing I talk down about is people that are blowing smoke up others' rears. So there's a lot of, you see YouTubers out there, people who write articles for Bitcoin, websites. You got people like John McAfee. You got other people like the Ripple CEO, where they're trying to hype crap up way beyond reality, and that pisses me off. So those are what I can go on tangents about forever. But anyways, that's it for today. I thank everybody for their time and support, and I'll talk to everybody tomorrow evening. Have a great day.